Hey guys, welcome back. I'm so glad that you're here. Today I'm going to give a flip through of The Good and the Beautiful High School 1 and also one of the honors book studies for the Screwtape Letters, plus scheduling options for this course. This course is different from the lower levels and that there's like no daily lesson schedule in the curriculum. She does give like a printout. You can go to her website and there's a printout that tells you like how many days to spend on each unit, but there is no daily schedule, which is a breakaway from her other from the other language arts from all the previous years. So I have some amazing moms on a Facebook group that I'm a part of that I have nothing really to do with it other than I'm just a member of the Facebook group. And it's people that homeschool with the good and the beautiful. Some of the moms there made schedules, 5-day schedules, 4-day schedules, and then also a 5-day honors book path schedule. So helpful, because when I sat down to plan these out, I was like, I know other people had said like, I'm just going to let my child figure it out because they're in high school now. Okay, well, I sat down and tried to figure it out, and I'm a grown woman and I couldn't figure out how to do it. So I'm so thankful for these other ladies that obviously that is their gifting. I will link to that Facebook page in case you're interested, because it was super helpful. Like, it literally tells you the breakdowns of what pages to do on what days, what chapters to read in the books. And to me, that was what was really lacking in this high school language arts course. But so many wonderful things about it. Can't wait to go through it with you. So I will get into that in just a second. I did want to take a minute before I get started and just give you like a little chat about my channel and why I'm here on YouTube in the first place. My channel's small. I did just change my name. I was the Sweet Spot Homeschool, and I just changed to the Inspired Homeschool. And that was just sort of a natural thing that I felt like I was shifting in a way. And so that name just reflects it. But I just want you guys to know, and this will be quick, that this is just a total hobby for me. And I know I'm just a teeny little fish in YouTube's giant ocean of people that put stuff out there. And I am 100% happy with that. That's really what I want. And I know that there's lots of other channels out there who have worked really hard and have created their platform like for monetization and to support their families. And I think that's so incredible. And I'm cheering them on, and that's wonderful. However, that is just not the case for me. And so I just want to be honest, like, that's just not what I am on here for. This is a hobby for me. I started making videos really just to inspire myself and like document my journey as a homeschooler, kind of see how it would evolve. So that's kind of my what is my goal for it. It has nothing to do with monetization. Anything that you would see me share here or comment on, if it is 100% just me offering like things that I hope are helpful and inspiring. So I just want you to know that going forward, that's what motivates me. So if you're here, I just want you to know you're welcome in this space, no matter what kind of schooler you are, no matter what you believe, don't believe, subscribe to, don't subscribe to, you are welcome here. And the only thing that I'm here to promote is Jesus, his radical love for you, and a love of learning through homeschooling. So just want to put that out there. So now that I've gotten through all that, I'm going to take you through the Good and the Beautiful Language Arts. I'm going to try to pop on and put like timer, like tell you when different things start in case you don't want to go through this whole video. You can. I'm going to start with the different units, and then I will break out each of the books, and then I'm going to go over like the answer key, unit checks, and the actual book study. So I'll pop those on in the description so to hopefully make it easier for you. So here we go. Okay, So the way this course is structured is instead of having one giant course book like you would have in the earlier versions, you actually have 10 small unit books. I'll show them to you. I'm sure you've seen them if you've been looking online. 10 different ones. You will do one, your child will do one at a time. So they'll have a unit book. They will have a book that they're reading. I think this course only has 5. So maybe they get 2 units, I don't know, to finish a book, or maybe some units don't have one. I'm not sure yet. But so they would need their unit book, their book that they're reading, and then they also have just like in the earlier language arts courses, they will have poetry memorization, and those are actually on these cards, so that's kind of cool. They have The Road Not Taken. I'll tell you some of the titles. A Little Kingdom I Possess, The Children's Hour, Snowflakes, New Every Morning, No Time for God. There's quite a few. And then the way the poetry memorization cards work is in the back. On the back, it has like parts of the poem with words missing. So that's how they practice poetry memorization. And then they have geography. We hate geography. I know some people love it. It's so boring, but they have lots of geography cards to learn. And then they have word roots. And it looks to me, from what I can see, they have 1 page of word roots that they're memorizing for each year. I feel like you could memorize all of them, though, honestly. So it's got year 1 and the word roots. Year 2. This came with the year 1 high school. Year 3. Where is it? Here. And then you've got like reviewing. So that's what you have as far as the little cards that your kid would practice different times during the course. So you have those, and then you have the grammar and writing guide here. And it prompts them when to use this in the course. So, and this obviously has just a lot of like helpful things about grammar reminders, punctuation usage, and writing tips, sentence diagramming, yuck, that kind of stuff. So I'll show you a little quick flip through of it. It gives you like the parts of speech. Some of you guys have probably seen this before. Diagramming help, writing guides, grammar, commonly confused words. So lots of things. And it also has like writing tips and transitional words and phrases, using sensory, and it's labeled like different colors are for different things. Like this dark purple section is actually going to be like helping you with composition. And so it's all laid out in this grammar and writing guide. And I believe you use the same one for all 4 years, but it does come with, I think, every single year of the course. So yeah, so the first section is grammar, punctuation, and usage. And then it goes on from there. It goes to commonly confused words. There's a whole section, and then writing at the back. So that's the grammar and writing guide. Looks really helpful, really easy to get into. So there's that. And then I'll get into the unit. So unit 1, I'll just sort of show you through it. And the thing that I thought was hard about this is you open it up, and of course it tells you like the items needed, the course instructions, and it basically, there's a video on how to complete the course, and you have to choose your path. Are you going to do it in 1 school year, if you're going to do it in a 4 or 5 day school week, and then if you want to do an honors book study or not. You could do 1 or more. I would say 1 is plenty. But, and it tells you if you're going to do school 4 days a week, each unit should be completed in 11 school days, and how long that will take. If we're going to do it 5 days a week, each unit would be completed in 14 school days, and how long that would take. Told you the art supplies you need and all that stuff. So, but then it doesn't actually tell you like, okay, so if you're going to complete it in 11 days, like how do you do that? And that is tricky. I'll show you in just a second. So you get a grading sheet at the front, how to do the grading. And then there's a page for spelling dictation. You're going to do that for 3 different days. And then you get into the actual unit. And literally it says like memorization, complete any time during the unit. And it just has like different things that you do and check boxes. So let me show you up close. I think I'm going to turn on my lamp to see if you can see better. Yeah. All right. So it doesn't really tell you like you have to do it so many times, but it doesn't say like how and when. And it kind of goes on. So then it has why we study language arts and the little thing that you would read. And then it tells you the introduction for Just David. That's the book that you would read for Unit 1. And then you have vocabulary here. And you would put like the parts of speech. And on the next page, after looking at the vocabulary, you would be writing down the definition for those words. And then using them correctly in a sentence here. And then there's a reading assignment. And it kind of says blank hours or more on your course reading challenge. And those would be additional books you can add to this course. Then it tells you to read chapters 1 through 8 of Just David. So that's for the entire of this first unit. But it doesn't actually plan out like when to do that. And then you have to answer the digging deeper questions. And that's what these are. So then it tells you effective writing practice. And it directs you to a part in the grammar and writing guide. Tells you to rewrite sentences. So it does have a lot of the similar feel to the earlier levels. And let me keep flipping. But you can see it's just like page after page. And you would be doing different parts of this like every day. And kind of flipping back and forth. And so it's just really hard to try to figure out like how do you do that. I'll show you a little bit more parts of speech. And then you've got a diagramming page. And then you're learning about Ralph Waldo Emerson on a few pages here. And then you've got, let's see, more about him, then some poetry, annotating and summarizing. And then you've got editing practice, and then it jumps right into geography. So look here, and then here. I hope you can see this. And you're like tracing paper, tracing over the states. And another page of geography here. So, and then it goes to forest biomes, and there's a page on that. So this is all the first unit. There's a poem there. And then at the very end of this unit, there's picture study. And of course, there's still beautiful pictures. There's quite a few pages. I'll show you. 2 more. And 2 more. These are all pictures of New England, sorry. So there's those. Last one. And then it concludes with an Insights Journal. And this says, read the section titled Insights Journal on page 81 through 82 of your grammar and writing guide. Choose one of the following options as a topic of your Unit 1 Insights Journal entry. And so basically I would describe this as like literature discussion. It gives you options of different things you could write about from the book, Just David. And you do that, and it tells you what to do, and then how to score it. And then after that, you would jump right into the unit spelling practice and the unit review. And then here's a little bit more. So this is like a review here. And then after you finish this, there is an art project at the end. So it does include art. Like I said, I believe you get half a credit for art and half a credit of geography for each year. So if you did this curriculum for 2 years, your child would have a high school credit in fine arts and one for geography. So that's pretty cool. And there's the last of the art page. So then after they finish this, you would give them a unit check, which is like a test that's basically based on everything in here. And it has, that comes in a PDF that you have to print out. And I'll show you what they look like. I have them here. Here's an example for the Unit 1, what the check looks like. Just basically filling in a lot of the same stuff that they've already done. So, and it tells you how to score it. I believe it's like 3 pages. It goes through the vocabulary. It goes through a little grammar. It definitely goes through that vocab they learned. And then it gives like a discussion again on reading the book that they just read. Not long. I think this is only 3 pages, the unit checks. And then there is the answer key for those also on a PDF. Here they are. You have to print them out as well. So there is quite a bit you have to print out because you're not getting this sent to you. This is sent to you via PDF. All the units, the books get sent to you, but this you have to print out on your own. It's a lot. I only printed out like the first unit so I could show it to you. And then there's also the answer key for each of the units. So the work they just did in that workbook, you need to check that as well. And I would say you should check that daily because it's gonna, you want to make sure they know what they're doing. So here's what that looks like. I just printed out for the first unit. Again, PDF form, here it is. And it's actually on like 2 per page. It's really small, but I'll show you. And I would have this printed out before my kids started their unit to make it really easy to check it. So that's what they look like. What am I thinking about this? So obviously it's a lot to print out, but it's really cool. It's very helpful to have it to check with, and especially while they're going through it, I'm going to have this because we're not great sentence diagrammers or good with geography. So I'll probably keep this close by to help when my child asks me questions. So I would definitely print this out and have it ready. So that's what those look like. And then, okay, scheduling. So I think you could probably see, like, as I went through this unit, it's just like pages and pages of things, and it kind of flips back and forth from like diagramming to parts of speech to reading, and then writing and geography. So it's a lot of different things, and there's certain things that you're having to like check off 3 times. So I just think that if you have a kid that has ADHD or just isn't like a, I don't know, thinks like me, it was hard for me to figure out how to schedule this. So like I said, on the Facebook group, I think it's called the Good and the Beautiful Middle and High School Facebook group. There are all these moms that have done these schedules, like daily schedules. Oh my gosh, it's saved me hours of work. So I will link that group below. I'm probably not going to link the documents just because you can go in the Facebook group and join and just go into the file section, and all of those documents are there. But I will show them to you really quickly. This is the 4-day-a-week plan. I only printed out the 4-day-a-week plan and the 5-day with honors plan because I'm going to use one of these. So the 4-day-a-week plan, I'll just show you for Unit 1. It goes through and tells you literally exactly what to do for the day. These are free on the Facebook page. Oh my gosh, so nice. So like it tells you how many pages, what pages of each unit to do, which video to watch, Greek that you're going to do your Greek and Latin roots, and dictation day 1. For day 2, it says study your geography pages, do page 9 and 10 of the unit, and read chapter 2 of Just David. For day 3, you're going to memorize a poem, do pages 13 through 14 in your unit, and start at the grammar section and do Just David chapter 3. For day 4, you're going to do your geography cards, read pages 15 through 21, and do Just David chapter 4. So you see, it's got it all out, and it goes for the whole year. This is so amazing. I love this. So that's very helpful. That's for the 4-day-a-week. There's also a 5-day-a-week regular path. And then I'm going to show you the one that I think we're going to use is the 5-day-a-week honors track. And all that is they've added in, I think, a book study or two into it. So I'll show you. You can see it's just a little more work. I think the mom who did this one, her kid was doing typing, so you'll see references to typing. That's not part of this course. But so helpful. Moms are the best. Like, moms, wow. And all our different giftings, I just think, wow, I'm not gifted this way, but I'm so blessed by a mom that is. So I will link that below. That's the scheduling help. I cannot imagine trying to figure out the scheduling myself or letting my child try to figure that out. Oh my word. No, not for us. But I wanted to share that with you guys. And so excited. Okay, now I'll show you the books really quick that are in the course. The first one is Just David. You can see it is 197 pages. It's about a boy that was raised in an isolated mountain cabin. And his dad becomes ill and their journey. So that's the first one. There's also the history of John Greenleaf Whittier. This looks good. He's also a farmer's son. He risked his budding career as a successful poet, editor, and politician, and his life to join the unpopular anti-slavery movement. How cool is that? And it's short. This one's pretty short. Then we've got Patterns on the Wall. And it says, things are not easy for Jared Austin, but with hard work and indomitable perseverance, he turns his life into something beautiful, just like the walls that he stencils. This historical fiction novel features fascinating character development, an engaging and unpredictable plot, and wonderful insights into life in New England during the early 1800s. Very cool. Up from Slavery, the story of Booker T. Washington. What? So good. This one's kind of thick. This other Patterns on the Wall, kind of in between. And then the last one is Into the Unknown. It's the adventures of 3 Arctic explorers. Excuse me. Looks really good. So those are the books, and for the regular curriculum for the high school one. Now, last thing, I'm going to show you the honors level book study that we're going to do. I think my son's actually going to do that now and not next year. But I thought I'd give you a view. I printed it out. You can order it for like $7.99, or you can just print it out PDF. They're very short. This was like 23 pages, and the printout was $5. Then you have it if you have another child to go through it. So that was a no-brainer for me. I just put it in an old junky binder, and I'll show you really quick what it looks like. There you are. And it's a lot like the high school course. It has the materials you need: the book, a pen, a journal, a Bible. You're going to do an author study as part of this, vocab, literary analysis, writing, and then there's an option for group discussion. So you could do this as a book club with your child. That's probably what we'll do. My husband wanted to read the Screwtape Letters with my son, but I also want to read it. So that's how we're going to do it. And I'll give you a glimpse into it. So first you have the author study, and it tells you all about him. And there's 2 pages about him, C.S. Lewis. And then there's vocabulary words with their definitions. There's 2 pages. I'll show you. Actually, there's 2.5 pages. There's a place to put a word journal where they would write down words that they come across that they don't know, they haven't seen before. And then it goes through the sections of the book study. It gives all the assignments and vocab. I'll show you. And again, I'm sure that Facebook group I was telling you about probably has schedules for this. And I think the schedule that I showed you, the honors path, it does actually have this particular book study broken down, already scheduled out. So that would be super helpful. It teaches you about entomology. There's like you're filling in blanks. There's vocab. There are all kinds of stuff. It looks really good. Sorry, I'm like distracted reading about it. There's another page. I'll just show you. There's personal notebook response questions, scriptural connections, where you go into the Bible and it asks you deep questions. Think back to Screwtape's quote about how we humans are animals and whatever our bodies do affects our souls. How does this quote relate to the story of Elijah in 1 Kings chapter 19? So getting some good like Bible discussion in. And then let's see. So that was the first section. Then there's section 2. Same thing again. More vocabulary, more quote exploration, filling in the blanks. And then another personal response notebook question, scriptural connection, go back to the Bible. In letter 8, Screwtape tells Wormwood some of his special favorites have gone through longer and deeper troughs than anyone else. How does this quote apply to Paul? How can understanding this truth help you when you are going through difficult trials? And you're going to look at 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verses 7 through 10. So that's really cool. And then I'll stop after this because I think you get the idea. So that's about halfway through the book study. So it looks really great. I'm excited about it. I hope that this was helpful. I hope I gave you some ideas and a good flip through of this. And check out the Facebook group for the scheduling resources. Feel free to share this if you think someone would be helped by it. And I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching.